Yeah, but this isn't a movie, though. They didn't even release this as a movie, like the pilot, or plan to put it in theaters as far as anyone knows. No, I mean, there are actually still movies coming out. I don't think we're that hard up for content yet that I have to... Yes, I am aware that it's Star Wars. Okay. Okay, I said I'd do it. It's a boring conversation anyway. Star Wars Clone Wars, continuing the tradition of Star Wars fans being seething mad about the state of Star Wars and also eager to consume every new scrap of Star Wars media released in the ongoing hope of reclaiming a momentary high reminiscent of the handful of moments when this decidedly mixed quality franchise of children's space wizard stories attained transcendent greatness. In this case, the subject at hand is the 4-part Siege of Mandalore story arc that closes out the, for real this time, final season of the fan favorite series by, well, not so much answering questions, since, subsequent other shows and retcons have already answered what happens to Ahsoka and Rex and Darth Maul and so forth, and what happens to Anakin and Obi-Wan and everyone else was, Revenge of the Sith. But if you were looking for the full details of how various people actually survived Order 66 and preferred 4 more episodes of lightsaber duels and spaceship crashes to, look, Ahsoka wasn't technically a Jedi at that point, so hooray for tragic irony, but also still that, here's your sort of movie. In truth, it mainly seems to be about the series, which started off shaky but earned fans' affection by being the Star Wars source during the lean times, getting to check out on its own terms more than any story that was aching to be told, and, that's perfectly fine. Positioned as a sidequel to the events of Revenge of the Sith, said story has Ahsoka finally reconnecting with Anakin and Obi-Wan, however briefly, to ask them for help in liberating Mandalore from Darth Maul. The 2 older Jedi get called away for help to start episode 3, but she gets to take her old clone trooper squad down to join the fight and eventually have awkward exchanges with Maul about what he does and doesn't know, re the events happening elsewhere, structured so that there can still be story tension without contradicting already established business about how long it's going to take after this for her to find out about Anakin. With Maul handled about midway through, the second half becomes a reverse siege escape film with Ahsoka trying to fight her way to safety once the kill-all Jedi switch gets flipped on the clones, as tends to be the case with Star Wars when this is doing Star Wars stuff like lightsabers and chases and laser battles and aliens. It's all a lot of fun, and when it's trying to do serious sci-fi stuff like hidden psychic codes and brain hacking, it's less fun. And your enjoyment thereof is going to rest exclusively on the calculus of how invested you are in the Star Wars overall and this specific sliver of it in particular. If you're here looking for big franchise tie-ins and mythology, it's a little thin. But if you wanted Clone Wars to end out basically on an Ahsoka Tano movie, here it is. And on the whole, it's ultimately hamstrung by the fact that any grander emotional narrative attachment you're meant to have to anything is reliant on foreshadowing or recollection of events happening before, after, or during what's otherwise a basically solid enough action movie happening in the plotline. There are almost zero cutaways to recreations of the live-action features or flashbacks to previous events, so you'd better remember where everything was supposed to be for all of this. Then again, I'm not really sure who this could be aimed at for whom that wouldn't be the case, so yeah. In the end, as with the rest of Star Wars media, it's both unfair and also unavoidable to hold Clone Wars finale to the impossible standards of filling in whatever it is people currently feel is missing from the franchise. Much as it is with The Mandalorian, it's another new Star Wars thing that's fine, it's a lot of fun, the animation is good, I like the style. It's nice to see these characters get one more time to run back through, even though some of them get more screen time than others. I'll call it a 7 out of 10, and yeah, I'd say that about covers it.